Hello and welcome to Needing a Meeting. My name is Carol. I'll be your host today. How you guys doing? Hello, Tony. Hi, Matrix. Good to see you guys. What you been up to? So, nothing much new around here. I may have found someone to buy the mama and two goats. I'm a little nervous about putting the little guys. Hello, Monique. Hello, Kristen. Good to see you guys. So, I'm a little nervous about putting little guys out there with the rest of the lady goats uh, due to them having to be in with the donkey and all that good stuff. So tomorrow somebody may be coming to pick up the mama goat and the two babies. And I got one more that may be due. Another fence jumper. Back in the fall. But she's older. And she's the one that has delivered 4 at a time in the past. So I'm a little nervous about her. Baby goats, yes, baby goats. Lordy, it's always something. Hi, Sandy Wandy. Good to see you guys. Horny goats. Well, I guess they are. The boys are. And the girls too when that time comes. Hi.
How are ya?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. I feel sleepy today, but I think it's the gray. I think it's the gray today. And
We've
probably the fact that,
go ahead.
Yeah, it's been cloudy all day. I still made it out for my walk, which was good. Actually, I got to like my normal turnaround point, turned around, got close to the house and went, I'm not done. And went for like an extra 25 minutes.
So, Kenneth, my daughter is in a 4 to 6 week intensive outpatient center. I'm freaking out. So she just went in. Is that the situation? Did she go in of her own choice, or was there an intervention involved? Because that's what's going to make the difference, whether it's of her volition or doing it because somebody else said so. Happy Thursday yourself, Bruce. Good to see you. Yeah, let us know what's going on. I know you're freaking out, but it doesn't have to be a bad thing. My rehab was terrible, and I lived through it, and I'm still sober, so it can work. Yes, her first week, her volition. Okay. Is this her first attempt at getting sober? IOP can be really helpful. Hi, Kristen Melinda. Usually around 9 hours per week. How long is hers? I don't know what IOP is, and Kenneth may not either. Or there's probably a few of us here that might not know what that is.
I don't know what that is either.
Oh, hey, sour-faced girl, Jen. Good to see you. Yes, I'll get you a link here.
Intensive outpatient programming.
Yeah, I want to know more about this. Yeah, if that's so, if it's okay, if you don't mind sharing, Kenneth. It's outpatient therapy, but more of it per week than regular therapy. Okay. It's not for sobriety, it's for mental health. Okay. It's 8 to 10 hours, 7 days a week.
Wow.
That's amazing, though, that she knows that she needs some help with her mental health to the point that she's willing to do 8 to 10 hours, 7 days a week. I mean, I know you're freaking out, but that's pretty amazing, I feel.
Yeah. Yeah. She's dedicated to getting to a healthier place.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi. How are you, Jen?
I'm sour faced.
Yeah, I saw that. What's up?
Well, let me explain that.
Okay.
But I want to make sure that we're done assisting whoever it was that needed assistance first. So whoever was talking about someone needing treatment or something, is that?
Yeah. A Kenneth's daughter just went in first week.
Oh,
And
I'm sending you and your daughter lots of love and support. Kenneth.
Yes, for real. It's a big thing, but if it's of her own volition, it could be a very good thing, and they'll be able to determine if it's just a situational thing or if there's some medication that might need to be getting involved and, just to get things balanced and straightened out. And her therapist was surprised she got so far without it. She recommended it after suicidal ideation. Okay. I am sorry about that. That I see why you're scared. I see why you're freaking out. 100%.
Hey, Kenneth, is your daughter a minor or an adult?
She has ASD, PTSI, anxiety disorder. Okay. Yeah. That's some torment. And I understand getting to a place where you're just so desperate for the torment to let up some way.
Yeah.
But she's getting help. She's getting help. Just, I hope you can keep that in mind. Okay. She's getting help. She wants help. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Hey, Kenneth, I think this is showing great resilience. Going to bed early, Matrix. Major setback. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh,
yeah.
Sending you love, Matrix. Get some good rest and feel better when you wake up.
Yeah. Adult but lives at home. She can't work. Okay. Hey, Kenneth, I think this is showing great resilience and dedicated to getting a healthier life. Please don't get me wrong. I can fully see how you're worried. Yeah. Yeah, for real. Just worried for her. Of course you are.
Of course. Yeah.
Yeah. I understand. So we're going to send some ones your way.
Mm-hmm.
I would send ones your way, but for some reason I can't post in the comments through Restream today. I don't know what's going on.
Huh.
The Restream's just being funky.
I'll just give my ones and my thoughts and prayers.
Yes. So what's new with you, Jen?
So just quickly with the sour face girl change, I received my records from my first TTI program.
What's that?
On Saturday, my first troubled teen program,
Okay.
Deaconess Hospital. I sent a couple weeks ago requests for records, and they emailed them to me on Saturday. And a lot of things stuck out for me, but my favorite would be the sour-faced girl. She's a very sour-faced girl, and I thought, well, that's got to be my YouTube name now. I mean, look at how sour-looking this face is, right?
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's 100. That was 191 pages. I have worked through all of them, and then last night I did figure out where to send request for my second program for my records from there, and I'm fingers crossed going to get that.
Okay.
I found a really great chiropractor for what I thought was a pinched nerve in my left shoulder blade, and as it turned out, one of my ribs popped out. I never heard of that.
Do you think, how long has it been hurting?
12 days.
Okay.
Could
I
that have
think that-
been from the incident?
That's what I was wondering.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it's a combination of things. I think it's a combination of the incidents, the 4 deaths that I've had in the last 3 weeks.
Oh,
Wow.
Which, oh yeah, there's unfortunately, on top of Steve and my Aunt Alice, my doctor, my lipidologist, Dr. Machenko, who saved my life with the Repatha antibody treatment.
Yeah.
He passed away last Thursday.
oh my goodness.
Unexpectedly?
Unexpectedly, yes.
Oh,
And,
I'm so
and
sorry.
then one of my dad's very good friends, who is also I was very close to as well, Larry. He passed away last Thursday. So
Mm.
this whole "it comes in threes" thing is no, not always.
Wow.
But the chiropractor was really good. They did this thing called ice laser on that spot on my shoulder there, and it kind of feels a little bit like a tattoo gun, but I have a lot of tattoos, so it doesn't.
Would you guys pardon me a minute? I have a dog to yell at.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll save the good news for when Carol comes back. I have some amazing news, and when the meeting is over, I'm going to be going on a short live to celebrate this good news.
Okay. Okay.
But the new chiropractor is really great.
Yeah.
And I'm very comfortable with them. I went to one on Monday. There was like an old school manual adjuster.
Yeah.
And my body, because of the degenerative disc and the fibromyalgia and the bilateral sciatica, you cannot crack my head manually. You cannot, twist me in half, and then I can't. My body can't handle that.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
Oh my goodness.
I was like, not going to this guy anymore. And I found a really wonderful place that uses all kinds of therapies and supplements and all these wonderful tools to help me, get my my spine into shape, because it's very important that I don't end up. Hey, Sharon, put me in, coach.
Hey, Sharon.
Oh, did you want a link? Is that what you're saying? Okay.
Okay.
Let's see, where was I? I'm gonna wait for her to come on, because she already knows. I already. Hey, what's up,
Good to
Tommy?
see you, Tommy.
Hey, hang on for a minute, because I have some really, really exciting news.
Okay.
In my activism, I am over the moon. It's funny, like usually, like if I need a meeting, it's usually, hey babe. It's usually me like crying about something. There's my sister. Hi. All right, I'm gonna make the announcement right now. Ready, Sharon?
Hang on, I gotta.
Huh?
There we go. I tried to stop you on the other one, so I wasn't getting feedback or anything. But
All right. Okay.
hello,
Hi.
hello, Jen.
Hi, sister. You look so
Hello to
cozy.
everyone else as well. But
Hello,
I just
hello.
had to come on as soon as I saw you guys. I'm like, I bet Jen's gonna be on.
I think I told. Oh yeah, because I said I was going to make the announcement after needing a meeting, but
Yeah, but I knew you wouldn't make it.
I've been missing from our family here for a minute. I don't mean to. It's just that stuff with my body has made it like impossible to sit and type and do all the stuff. Okay, so everybody who follows my channel and knows about the Troubled Teen Wilderness Camp Trails Carolina, where the 12-year-old boy died,
Yeah.
has permanently closed down.
Okay.
Fantastic.
That's
Fantastic.
fantastic.
Angel
That is
says
so
yay
good.
too.
Now, the people in charge of it, will they be able to slither around and open up another one some kind of way?
No,
Okay.
they're going to be facing charges for this boy's death.
They are.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Very good.
indeed. Yes.
Now the focus is their other 3 programs.
Okay.
We have to, because there's 4 of them total, 3 in North Carolina, 1 in South Carolina. But It looks like North Carolina is going to revoke the license of all 3 in their state.
Good.
Oh,
Now, Jay, what?
yeah.
Uh-oh.
Puppy again.
I'm gonna guess that it's the donkey.
It's apparently the dog. They're going through some of their own stuff. The last puppy left either yesterday or the day before. So mom and dad have been a bit mopey.
Yeah.
She did last puppy.
Yeah, well, with how big the operation is that her and Steve run, it's not really feasible to have 3 guardian dogs. It's barely feasible to have 2. So it was, an extra responsibility, an extra mouth to feed, a bunch of different factors.
I
Which one is
apologize.
it? Which one is it?
Okay.
Hey, Carol, which dog is it?
Petey, he is tormenting the pig.
Of course.
I love your farm
Poor
stories,
Piglet.
Carol. Your farm stories are the best.
Oh,
Hi,
goodness.
Todd. I can't type right now, but I'll say hi to people. Hi, Kenneth.
Yeah. My goodness. So that's some amazing news to hear. I'm really excited about that. That's wonderful.
Yeah, I just got the notification through our advocacy network, and I am over the moon. Absolutely over the moon. Because it felt like it had been stagnant, but we had behind the scenes been sending emails to representatives and in the state house and the governor's office and everything. And this is the beginning of the end for Trails Carolina. So this is
That is big. That is big. Oh, that gives me chills. That's yeah. The stagnation, it's interesting, this feeling. It's like, okay, we're not moving anywhere, but we're doing things, and then finally it's like something big happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just I feel giddy for the first time in quite a while.
Well, you've got a lot of things.
Today's Thursday. I got those
Thursday.
records on Saturday. So
Okay.
Sharon knows. I really haven't talked to too many people about it. It was very, very painful and traumatizing to read all of those. Oh, you guys got chills? Thank you. I love
Mhm.
that.
And you got that. I won't. And you got other good news, other good stuff. So it's been a hell of a week for you. It
Yep.
really has. I think
Now-
tomorrow this might sit in.
Well, tomorrow is all about my mom.
Yes. What time's she going?
Tomorrow's my mom's surgery. We have to be there at 8:30.
Okay.
Procedure is at 9:30. I don't know if we're gonna get any biopsy results or not. I am scared, but choosing to stay optimistic. My mom is scared. Might feel bad. My sister and my niece are in Florida for spring break, but they'll be back tomorrow night, late night. But
Okay.
They don't have any indication it's anywhere
anybody-
else. So
anybody who prays or whatever, could
Yeah.
do that, I would really appreciate that for my mommy.
Okay, you got it. You got it.
100%.
No, that works.
Wow. Wow.
It's been a lot for you. It's
It
been
is.
a roller coaster of emotions the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're gonna have tomorrow, and then Saturday she's doing a collab. As long as everything's okay with your mom, of course.
Yeah.
Mama
There
comes first.
there will be an episode of Surviving the Cracks on Saturday.
Yes. Saturday at 3 at my time, we're going to do Surviving the Cracks instead of Surviving Together. So we will, Jen and I will be doing an episode about male survivors and male survivors in the industry. So it should be an interesting time.
The teen industry or the other industry?
The other industry.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of music, Hollywood,
Oh, yeah.
kind of looking at everything, not just what's happened recently, but kind of overall, and just the difference it is for men. I mean, there was the Me Too movement, and some men did speak up then, and well, regardless how you feel about the movement and where it went with things, men really haven't had that kind of awakening yet, and because there's just
Terry Crews is one of my heroes now.
absolutely.
And who is that?
Terry Crews is a former football player who's gone into acting. He has done so much. He's
the MC at not American Idol, but
America's Got Talent.
Yeah, he's a African American guy, like 6'2", 6'3".
He's from Flint, Michigan. I would just like to point out.
I mean, he's total muscular.
He's the guy. If anyone saw the movie Idiocracy, he was the professional wrestler who became president.
Yeah.
And he can also make
I know exactly. Yeah, now I know exactly who you're talking about.
I love that guy.
Yeah, I do too.
And I love him before he spoke out, but I love him for taking the risk.
And I wasn't aware that he had spoken out. When was that?
Mm-hmm.
How long ago was that?
2017 during the big Me Too boom.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
When things were so good with the Me Too boom.
Yeah. When things were still being productive. And he plays the piccolo. I mean, come on.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
All I can say is that us people from Michigan are just really talented.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. So I just have to congratulate Jen again and her advocacy. And, you started that ball. You just got that pit in your stomach and you just ran with it. And I'm so proud of you. So proud of you, girl.
Thank you. Lacey, it is a great movie, and I do very much suggest that you watch Idiocracy. We're kind of living in it, except we're not wearing sponsored clothing. So
yeah, and we're not watering our crops with Gatorade.
No. Hi, Zelda.
Not yet.
Not yet. You never know what's going to happen, right? It's kind of a crapshoot these days.
Yeah.
10's units. I second whoever said that for whatever reason. I love them. I think they're wonderful, wonderful things.
And I want to thank everybody who sent ones for my mom. I really appreciate it. Lacey, I'm really sorry to hear that you're not feeling well.
Yeah, Lacey.
Lots of love and support.
Yeah.
Hugs.
Benny, Big Paws.
Hey, Benny.
Baby goats.
Baby goats. Yes.
Hello, Monique.
Oh, hi, Monique. I don't think I've seen you before.
Monique's
So I haven't.
here. Yeah, Monique's part of this world.
Oh yeah.
This world that we're creating for the better.
I've been gone for like a week, so I don't. How are the babies doing?
They are doing well. I may have found someone to purchase them. I am a little nervous about putting them in there with a donkey.
Yeah.
So I just decided to sell the mama and the babies together.
Okay.
And but they're doing okay. Right now, one of them is missing, and the mom's telling me about it. But she hides. She has little hiding places, and when she's ready, she'll come out and say, "Hey, where's everybody?"
Hungry?
Didn't you say you thought you might have a second set coming?
Yeah. I've got an older doe that I think is getting ready to bring forth.
Oh man, I can't wait for another babies born video.
Right on.
Yeah.
Can I just say real quick to Lacey, if you're on Discord, feel free to reach out to me and we can chat. I'm totally willing to be there for you, just so you know.
Do you think that you'll have to sell off the other mama and babies too?
Well, she's older, so I don't know. I don't know how that would go.
I guess it depends on Jet.
Yeah. She's my very first one that I bought.
Oh, no. Okay. So she's sentimental.
Well, yes. And like I said, she's older. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if people want to buy older goats or not.
That's true. I didn't think about that aspect.
And she's kind of a bee to the other goats too.
Oh,
I'm being honest.
she'd need to be a single goat. She'd have to have
Well,
her own
no,
yard,
they're
right?
herd. No, they're herd
No,
animals. So,
okay.
but you know, it's like chickens have a pecking order. Goats have a hierarchy. But I don't like watching it. It's no fun watching it.
No,
No.
We're talking
And it
goats,
just-
Lacey. I've got goats.
I think you got a little bit of everything, don't you?
I've got 32 goats now. I've got a pig out there that's still being tormented by a dog. I may have to go deal with that again
Oh, no.
and
Sorry.
really deal with it. And it's a cooney. He's running away now. Good. It's a cooney pig. He's a grazer, not so much a rooter. And I've got 2 cows that the neighbor gave me because they were born to really young heifers. And so the female is just itty bitty, and she's just not getting any bigger. She's teeny tiny. She's the smallest cow. And now the boy, though, he's shooting on up. He's big enough that, you know, he could have held his own in the trailer to the stockyard, but his size at the time made sure that he got to avoid that. Oh, thank you, the lifeboat. I appreciate that so
Oh,
much.
you might as well bring that up because I'm
Sour
spitting with
face.
laughter over here. Apparently, he missed my explanation on why I changed my name to that.
Thank you so much, Tommy. I appreciate you.
I noticed that
Sour
the
face.
other
Oh,
night. They're activated now.
Yay, super chats for Carol.
thank you.
Woohoo!
Thank you.
Well,
So,
thanks,
sour
Tommy.
face.
And I figured you weren't sorry, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I'm taking back my power, brother. Come on. Oh, no.
I
well,
thought I
no.
just don't see it.
That's sweet.
Cute.
Mine are Nigerian dwarf, Lacey.
So they're minis. We're smaller.
They're just a smaller goat. They're not miniature, I wouldn't say. I don't know why they call them dwarf because they are smaller, but they're not that much smaller.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I know very little about goats. Everything I know about goats, I've learned from you.
Yaks.
Pet them. It's a petting zoo.
Yeah, don't have any
Yeah.
yaks yet.
I'm a city mouse. I don't know what any of this stuff means.
Alpacas.
That's funny.
Yeah. Yeah.
Trying to be PC. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, that is the breed name, Nigerian dwarf. Can't get around it.
Yeah.
So is that where they're from? Is Nigeria?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They're milk
Okay.
goats, not meat goats so much. I can't raise anything for meat. That's not going to work for me.
Mm-mm. I get too emotionally attached. I can't eat my pets.
Yeah.
Right?
Sean's
I mean, I can
laughing
do a
at us.
garden and eat the stuff from the garden, but not my animals.
Yeah,
That would
exactly.
be like cooking up my cats. And I mean, sometimes I wouldn't mind, doing something to Thomas, but it's usually
Ben, I have been so tempted to tell some of
Ooh.
the people I work with what I think of them and have been trying to hold my tongue. Well,
I feel your pain on that. I feel your pain.
yeah. Yeah.
That's a hard one,
It
especially
is
when
a
they're
hard one. When you got to see it, when you got to see them
Yeah.
every day.
I can relate to that. because I
interfering
work
with
my
how you do
father.
your job. That's kind of where I draw the line, if whatever they're doing is interfering with how I need to work, then
I highly suspect they're the product of retarded emus with chronic case of spastic colon. My goodness.
Bye, Tommy. Thanks for
He's
the
got some
laugh.
strong
Ben.
Thank you so
opinions.
much,
Laugh.
Tommy. Ooh. Anyway,
I got to go figure out dinner, so I'm going to drop off. But I just had to say again, congratulations to Jen, yay! And hey to
yeah.
Stasia and Carol and everybody else who's in the chat and who I didn't get a chance to say hi to. Yeah, I'll try and be on a little bit more
Okay.
now
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
in the future.
I'm making
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
promise to do that too. Be more present again. I drifted
Yeah.
a little bit.
Yeah.
Life
It
happens.
It
Having your
happens.
space for, kind of put things in perspective.
Yeah.
You know what it is, Sharon?
What?
It's a symptom of being human.
Yeah. Yes.
I love that song. I love it. I love it. I love
Got
that
that
song.
song stuck in my head
I-
now, and it's a great song.
It is, but it's perfect, isn't it? You
It
know,
is.
it's kind of a little bit weird and upside down and not quite there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a great song. I put it in our Discord and I think in our Facebook group too for people to check out from Shinedown. It's a really good song.
Oh yeah, it's awesome. You guys will like it a lot.
Hey Ben, I say speak your
Technology.
mind unless it's going to get you written up or fired.
See,
That's my advice.
my
You know,
problem
I
is,
mean, you do have to see them
Right.
every day, so there's
Right.
that.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah.
Bobby Sharon. What happened with Christy?
Christy, our Christy.
Monique said I feel for Christy. I hope she's doing well. You're amazing, Lacey.
Let's see. I somehow I didn't see that one. What did I miss?
It's
Have a
just
one-
down at the bottom there. It just came up. Well, Christy had popped in earlier, said she forgot something at Walmart and she'll pop in when she can.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
she's okay. She's okay.
Oh, yeah, she is.
as
like,
far as
don't
we
make me
know.
nervous. I will drive to
Yeah.
Baltimore. I
Yeah.
gotta.
I think she's just, I think she honestly just forgot something. And I know that packing lunches for Michael and stuff, she's like, I don't know what to put in there sometimes. So, he could have mentioned something via text later. That's all. That's all.
Awesome.
18 watching. Oh, thank you, Pat.
Do you really think you're too mature, Ben? Because I kind of wonder.
Maybe he's mature around the people at work,
I
just
mean,
not us.
when it comes to his job, sure.
Yeah. Yeah. See, my problem is in that situation, Ben, is I don't hold my tongue well and my face hides nothing.
Right?
Like as
Right.
soon as people understand what my looks mean, I'm screwed. I'm screwed.
Yeah. I
Authority.
think many of us, I don't want to say suffer, but live with that expressive, like especially sensitive people. We live with very expressive faces, and I can just be thinking about nothing or music or whatever, and someone will be like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, nothing.
Yeah.
This is just my face.
Yeah. Yeah. I commonly get that. What's wrong? What are you thinking? And it's like, what is my face saying now? I don't know. Can I just like walk with like a little peripheral mirror so that I can like explain it and I can understand what I'm looking like?
You never look anything other than just, first of all, beautiful, and secondly, sweet and kind. And actually, your face is very relaxed.
Thank you. Yeah, you
Yeah.
haven't seen me with resting the bee face yet. So,
This is true. You haven't
That
seen
is
mine either. That was called The Look by everyone in my life. The Look.
Yeah. Yeah. I was just like, yeah, I guess I have that. I realize it now, but it's not intentional. I'm just sitting relaxing, and I guess my sitting relaxing face is looking like I might be slightly scowling. So
Yeah,
that's
what
all.
are you gonna do? We can't be like consciously making sure that our face is pleasant for other people all the time.
Well, yeah, and plus I'm getting older, so my face is gonna start getting scrunchy anyway. So,
Oh, like, yeah, I get it.
I mean, I've got a serious number 11 going here because I'm always like this.
You have the
always.
11, and I have the credit card swiper. I used to call it my B meter And I used to do like stupid bar tricks where I could like hold a quarter in it.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
could?
goodness.
Oh,
Yeah, I
funny.
could hold it. Was really bad when I was younger because I was very angry when I was young.
Well, yeah. No, and I remember having to sit there and be like, consciously smile, consciously smile, consciously smile at all times. And that might be where my constant smile, no matter what's happening, comes in sometimes. It's just like, oh, but I have to. Because if I don't, I'm going to be questioned. And do I want to people? Do I want to deal with people? No.
No, because
No.
people are too people-y for me.
Thank you.
But I have noticed that this doing something kind for at least one person every day is really it really helps a lot. Like I've been doing it for a long time. I started adding that into the end of all of my my videos, which obviously there hasn't been a long form video up in a couple weeks, but everybody here knows why. I'm ready now.
Yeah. It just, you needed some time. That's all.
Yeah,
Needed some
and
time.
that's valid. That's valid. Nothing wrong
Yeah.
with that. Nothing
Oh.
wrong with taking time when you need it. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
What's going on with you?
I need to be better at that, though. I need to learn to be better at that. Can you hear me?
No, I
Better.
can. Yeah, I can.
Oh, Jen.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like I'm doing the walks every day. That's my little
Nice.
piece of let's get out. It gets my brain to stop cycling. Then I can, shake off some of the stress kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I need to learn how to just turn off now
Yeah.
and tell myself it's okay to turn off.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the next step. That's the next step.
Okay.
Well, especially when you're alone.
We'll get there. Yeah. Yeah.
You're by yourself.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, that'll be so much easier. So much easier. Oh my word. There was a new person that came in this week, and I'm not judging, but it's difficult to sleep when somebody's on the phone screaming.
Oh, hello.
So they haven't blocked the individual that they got away from. They haven't done any of the steps that I
I
was
was going to ask
suggesting.
if they were screaming at the person that they were there to get away from.
I'm
Who
pretty
else would
sure.
they be screaming at?
Yeah, until like 11:30, 12 o'clock. And I'm like,
And you're not supposed to even talk to them, right?
exactly.
Is it up there, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but
Wow.
they don't super enforce it, but they also it's a suggestion.
Okay.
So
Krista
it's a
Melinda.
suggestion, but the requirement is that our location on our phones and our devices are turned off.
Krista
Yeah.
Melinda, I'm hurting this afternoon. I found a bunch of old stuff from a past relationship that turned violent. Old voice recordings on a computer. Even though they're 10 years old, hearing this voice again kind of wrecked me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see you, Kristen. I
Yeah.
actually have a couple videos of my ex.
Ooh.
I personally keep them on purpose every time he tries to, lurk back into my life to remind myself. But I'm sending you so much love and support.
Yes,
Kristen. To
Kristen.
talk, let somebody know.
Yeah. Yeah, Kristen. I'm sorry. That's core shaking stuff.
Mhm.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially
Especially when it hits you from out of nowhere like that.
Yeah. Oh boy. But
Oh,
let us know if we can do anything, Kristen.
yeah. And try and take care of you too. I know that it's hard with the little one, but just try and even take 10 minutes for yourself if you can. 5 minutes. Some box breathing. It's not easy.
No, it's not. And unfortunately, when it comes up, you got to deal with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you think
Emotions
you
are like
think
peopling.
yeah. Especially stuff like that. And you never know what's going to be triggering.
Sure.
It can come from out of nowhere. seemingly.
Yeah.
I
Even though
always
you feel like
resisted
you might
those
have moved
notions.
on, you know, a little bit, it's still, then it's like I hear it again and it triggers you back.
I've had
The
people tell me,
weirdest things can bring something up.
I've had people tell me all kinds of things. They thought he was abusive, narcissist, whatever. I always resisted those notions. Yeah, and I guess the gig is up. Kristen.
That's gonna take
Kristen.
some unpacking, sweetie. Are you in therapy, Kristen?
But he used to just record himself on a voice recorder around town, hearing him the way he was with people when I wasn't around. Just this person had little to no regard for me at all. I know
I'm
that
sorry.
one.
You deserve
I know
so
that
much.
one. So sorry.
I'm
Yeah.
really sorry, but I was going to type this out. I'm just going to say it instead because it's a lot easier to speak.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry for this, but I'm also very grateful that you're not with that person. And I'm very grateful that you are in therapy and that, you know, you're able to work through some of this, but it's not easy either. And I hear that and I see that.
Yes. Yeah.
I also
Wow.
just want to
Monique.
click hi and I love you to my
Agoraphobia,
internet
yeah.
daughter Izzy.
You know what, Monique? I found myself like just before I started these meetings, I found myself like starting to feel like this vibrating panic just at the thought of going to the grocery store. And I never thought that I would ever be susceptible to agoraphobia, but I could see how it can sneak up on you. I'm so sorry. And I hope, and you're getting out, and I'm so proud of you. I love that you're sharing that with me. Thank you, Monique.
We're proud of you, Kristen. You don't have to come on screen to say.
Thank you all so much. I can't wait to yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I was really flipping hard just to type it all, but y'all are so kind and supportive. Yeah, of course.
Shows how strong you are, and I see you.
Yeah. Let us know if there's anything that we can do. Christy, are you okay?
Hey. Yeah. I was just kind of catching up. Oh, okay. On what Kristen had going on. Yeah, I've just been dealing with a person that I don't like today, and it's not fun. It's just not fun. So, I have to because Michael works so much, I pay his child support. And so I had to go do that today, which is fine. But I have not spoken to his ex for 4 years. And because there was some really nasty stuff that went down. And I just said, I'm not doing this. And so I went and sent the money today and everything was fine. Michael is at work. He's working late today and he gets this really nasty message. And it makes me very angry inside because you don't come for my husband. Don't do well with that. And so I think what it was the money was sent through Western Union, and I think she was trying to pick it up Walmart to Walmart. And so, of course, those numbers aren't going to match and there's going to be an issue. So I just I was like, that's not right. So I called the customer service number on Western Union, verified that everything was correct, that it was there, and then just sent a very polite text message that was like, I just called Western Union customer service, the tracking number of this, and gave the tracking number, the amount, the name, the location is all good. The money is waiting there to pick up. So I don't know how to help you further as this issue is not on our end. So I wish you luck in getting it. That
Mhm.
was as nice as I could be.
That was pretty
I-
nice in my opinion.
I
Is that-
really
Is
wanted to say
that
something else.
is the Western Union payment method? Is that her requirement?
So they have chosen to not go through the courts for this, which I do not recommend and I do not advise. That is not a wise choice. But the state in which she lives, which oddly enough is North Carolina, when they divorced, allowed you to do that. So the problem with that becomes, now, this is not the case because, y'all, I'm going to tell you, if I think something is wonky, I do my research on it and I research it so that I am like a quasi expert on this stuff. So, because it did not go through the courts, I was concerned that it would all be considered a gift and that all of this money that had been paid for 4 children over this amount of time could be considered a gift, and that back child support would then have to be paid. And that is how it is in the state of Colorado. That's how it is in the state of Wyoming if you do not go through the courts. So I never, ever, ever, ever recommend, if you are dealing with a custody situation, if you are dealing with child support, go through the court. I know you want to be nice. I know people want to be amicable, but go through the court. Well, what he was paying was $2,000 a month. So that's a huge amount of back support for 4 kids if that comes up. So what I found out was actually in the state of North Carolina, that's not how it works. If a person were to file for child support, it starts at the moment of that, so that there is no back child support. The back child support would only be from the time that the petition was filed until the time that it was granted through the courts. So there's none of that. Now, I kept every receipt, and every time I sent anything, I was like, your child support is ready for pickup. And the person would respond, thank you, I appreciate it, which is acknowledgement that that's what it was. So legally, that person couldn't come back. I tell you, when it comes to family court stuff, man, I've been drugged through the ringer and I know it. But so now it's just down to 1 child and it's just $400 a month, which is so much easier. Michael would absolutely murder me if he knew I was talking about this. It's frustrating to me, this situation, not that he has to pay, not that he supports his children, because that is commendable. It's one of the things I loved about him when we first started dating. He sat down and he's like, I've got a handicap. This is what it is. At the time, he was paying child support for 5 kids. And so, over this course of the time that we've been together, it's slowly been dropping off. I do not think that child support should be weaponized for any reason. It is not. The difference between child support and visitation are completely different. The court will tell you that. However, if you are doing it on your own, you open yourself up to it being weaponized against you, which is what has happened. It just was very frustrating. So I've been on both sides of the thing. I've been the mom receiving child support, and then I've also been the person paying it on the behalf of somebody. And you guys, I know that this is not money. She is not out there buying Gucci. Like, she is not living this extravagant lifestyle. And I understand it. And I'm not mad that he's paying it. I'm mad at the person that she is. I'm frustrated with who she is at her core and her core beliefs and the things that she has personally put me through, as well as my husband. And that's the sense of my frustration. But now that I'm back on the road and he's working 10-hour days, it is near impossible for him to send it himself. So that is part of me being on the road, and part of me being a wife is paying this bill. Fortunately, it's not every week, and it's just once a month now. And I'm not going to lie, honestly, if there were any way she could pick it up in pennies, I would send it to her in pennies, because yes, I am an angry little hobbit that is just that spiteful sometimes.
I love that. That would be amazing.
Those of you who are like, oh, she never does anything wrong, she doesn't think anything bad. Yeah, she does. But and again, it's not the kids' fault. The kids had nothing to do with this. This is between the adults in the room. And when the adults in the room don't act like adults in the room, that gets frustrating too. So it just really irks me when I have to be nice, because I really kind of want to not be nice. But small potatoes in the grand scheme of things. I have been listening, and I did hear about a Kenneth. I just want to send you love. I couldn't send you ones or anything like that. I like to think I'm a good wife. I don't know. I have my moments. I chuck cheese at my husband, and like maybe punch him in the arm a little bit when he's sleeping.
Wait,
If he snores too much.
I have a question.
Huh?
What kind of cheese?
Anything I can get my hands on, as long as
Okay.
it's blocked. Which is why we have sliced cheese in our fridge now. I think that was intentional. But no, seriously, I'm very fortunate. I have a wonderful husband. Yes, he annoys me and drives me crazy sometimes, but I am fortunate. So
we do love our Michael here.
I told him, I'm like, you should just come sit down in meeting one day and like see
Well,
what
you
I
did that
do.
one day. It was amazing when you went to go do the
Yeah,
laundry. You just
yeah.
sat
Oh,
down and like started
Yeah.
talking. That was
Yeah.
fantastic. I loved
Yeah, it
it.
was.
He's hilarious. He's got all kinds of stories and stuff that he tells. It makes me nervous because y'all, like, he has done some wild things in his past, right? And I mean, there have been points where I've been like, I wouldn't have given you the time of day. And it's not drugs or alcohol. It's not anything like that. It's just yeah.
Choices?
And
Choices?
choices. That's a good way to put it. That's a good way to put it. Choices. Let's just put it this way. This is no insult against any of you Scorpios out there, but he is every bit a Scorpio that is every bit as just like va 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 voom that you can be. It's him. I have walked through stores where women have given themselves whiplash looking at him. So and that is something that he's very proud of still to this day. So if there's any way that you can use that to your advantage to, I don't know, say pay your bills, that's legal, probably has happened on his end.
Listen, I'm gonna say this. You're a pretty hot mama yourself. And Michael, I can openly admit, because we're friends and there's trust. He was not hit with the ugly stick.
No, not at all.
He is a good looking man. And you are a beautiful couple, physically and
thank you.
Yeah, you guys are.
personality and all of that. Like, it's not just the physical stuff; it's all of it.
Yeah,
You're great people.
Thank you. When we first got, hold on.
You went copy.
Okay, when I had to show him that that his worth was not based on his ability to make money, because that's how he's seen himself and how a lot of people seen him was just an ATM, and there was a lot of manipulation there, and so it's been a long 10 years, but he really is starting to see his worth as a human and not as a bank. Because there was a lot of people who manipulated him into a lot of different things. And he was conditioned that was a way to show your love. Like, dad will buy you this, or Michael will pay for this. And there's a bit of gratitude, love for the wrong reasons when that happens. And I think it's really important that everybody see themselves as human, and as worthy, not based on their appearance or their ability to make money or their ability to be a public speaker or whatever you are. Like, you are bigger than your job.
Just provide for,
Yeah.
just for what they can
Yeah.
do and not who they are. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And and I always told him, he's like, "Oh, you just love me for my muscles and my money." And I'm like, "No, I loved you when you were flat broke." So it's clearly not your money. And you've always had muscles. That's how you're built. So I don't know. I never seen you scrawny. But and I think that's important. Like, we sometimes people who come out of abusive situations like he did, where, there was abuse from the family and, potentially abuse from spouses and people. I think you have to build up men. Sometimes I think we as women are really good about building up each other. I would like to see society being better. Oh God, this. I think we need to be better at building up men. I'm sorry, that was just a text message from somebody that I just didn't really want to see at that moment.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm okay. But I think we need to be better as a society at supporting men and building up men and making it okay to be a man. And like, this whole toxic masculinity thing is not a thing, because I like being feminine, and I like being around men that can protect me, because you know what, when it comes down to it, like, all I can really do is throw cheese at you and a turkey leg and like bite your ankle and kick your knee, and really that's not helpful in a situation. Right?
Well, and people, listen,
Be
you you could just say toxic people. It doesn't
Yes.
have to be assigned
Right.
directly to men, and it's
Yes.
ridiculous. And
Yes.
and I don't agree that masculinity is toxic. Can it be?
It's
Sure,
not.
but
Yeah.
so can femininity. Anything.
Oh,
Anything.
yeah.
I have met some women that most men can't even begin to approach
Yeah.
Mhm.
the
It
toxicity levels.
You guys, pray for me. I'll be right back.
Okay. hon.
Okay.
Okay,
Once.
bye. Thank you.
I was gonna tell her I can answer the text if she wants me to. I don't have a problem.
Oh,
But
Yeah.
I would just start more.
well,
Stuff I don't think about much. Yeah, hey Kenneth. But when you do, boy, is it a bitch slap, huh?
oh yeah.
Yep.
Man, you've lived through some stuff. You sure have. It started out to mean,
I agree.
I know it started out to mean it was just unhealthy for men to stuff all their feelings, but then it was hijacked to demonize any kind of masculinity. You're
Right,
right.
because it blew up with and we talked about this when Sharon was still in here with us, is that it got out of control with the Me Too movement, and then you had the extremists, like the very extreme, kind of on a man-hating level,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
that's not okay. Hate
No.
really, for me anyways, it should have no place in the world. But we can control a human behavior as a whole. We can just help ourselves and each other. I can't stand it when the friend group chooses
When
a
the
side.
when they choose the liar. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
When my brother beat me up, I beat him to the punch. I shouted it from every rooftop I could find what he did.
Mhm.
And so then when he started going around town to my cousin, for instance, and people that grew up with me in town, and they already knew the narrative. I beat him
Yeah.
to the freaking punch, and they knew the
Well,
truth because I knew
I'm
him.
really
I knew him.
did.
I knew he was going to go around with a sob story, and it wasn't at all like, it wasn't at all me with a black eye for 7 months or any of that,
Jeez.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's another thing I'm kind of proud of when it comes to how I handled that last thing with him. As a little kid,
Yeah.
you don't know what you have a right to. But he did
But
find
as an
out.
adult,
He did find out I was not that same little kid he used to beat on.
well, I'm sure he was hoping,
Yeah.
get away with his same old tactics.
Yeah. And thankfully he didn't use me as a punching bag physically nearly as much as he did verbally.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yeah.
but that is some very destructive behavior. I
Yeah.
feel it, and I've said this many times in my life, having been physically, verbally, mentally, and emotionally, and other ways abused, that really I would rather take a punch to the face than have my being crushed with words.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's just me personally. I would much rather take a punch than
Well,
be
whichever way he did it, it was always designed to destroy me.
Yeah.
No
Whichever
matter
way it
what.
went,
Yeah.
physically, verbally.
Hmm.
Look at
Yeah.
you right now.
So,
Look at you right now, Carol.
look at who, what?
Look at you right now.
Oh,
You're
what about?
amazing.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah.
And
He
you're
was like, "What am I doing? What am I doing wrong?"
right over. You're like, wait a minute. What did I do? What did I do? No, you created this space for people, and it's grown to a familial community of people that it's a safe space, and on YouTube of all places, and that's amazing.
Thank
You
Mhm.
facilitate help for so many people, but then you're also able, when you're feeling some type of way, you can say, okay, I really need to talk today, and then we can be here for you. And I just love everything about this.
Thank you.
And the more I get to know you, it's just I just think that you're a spectacular human being, and I think you
I
deserve
appreciate you saying that very much. I
sincere.
really do. Thank you.
Mhm.
Thank you, Henny. Thank
Yes,
you.
honey and I, great minds, right, honey?
So
I'm trying
yeah,
to say about
he
me
who gets
myself.
he who
Kidding.
gets to tell the story first, that's the narrative that wins, unfortunately, and that sucks. And I'm sorry that happened to you, Kenneth.
Yes, me too.
Henny, my brother and I were so abused by my mom, he can't even talk about it. He's pretty much what it's called when somebody doesn't speak. That's him. We don't have a relationship because he can't speak. I'm sorry. That is devastating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can kind of relate to your brother, honey. I spent decades not speaking on my childhood pain. And I did cut my family out a lot in my life, but some of the times was for my own mental health, other times was just because I couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Kristen.
Yeah. Thank you, Kristen. Appreciate that. Not physical abuse. Okay. Hey, Kenneth, I'm trying to get that. Oh, the chat's moving and I'm trying to highlight. No physical abuse. That's good. He was just a controlling creep. He was also into child. Oh, that was the last straw.
Yeah.
I don't want to be triggering. Well, yeah,
You're not.
that was yeah. That's
If-
I don't want to understand that.
There is
Nope.
no
Where-
understanding.
I don't want to understand that. I don't understand it. I don't want to.
I don't see how anyone could understand it.
Yeah. You
There's no
know,
reason to understand it.
No.
But
I just know it shouldn't be.
okay. That's right.
It shouldn't be. No child should ever be subjected to that, ever.
What about
Mm.
aphasia?
Yeah.
Catatonic. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Penny. Is aphasia and catatonic the same thing?
Well, aphasia is when you lose your ability to express yourself.
Okay.
Okay.
That's part
Oh,
of
Penny.
dementia.
That is devastating.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh, wow.
Golly. Ooh.
That is just so much on a person to get there.
Yeah, loss of speech. Yeah.
Wow.
That was Bruce Willis's initial diagnosis before they got the frontal lobal
Oh, okay.
dementia.
Okay.
My pleasure, Ben. Ben.
Catatonia is kind of like paralysis, but you're awake.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
I've
lovely.
experienced that briefly. Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens to me. It happens to me it happens to me occasionally where I will just sit and then the next thing I know it's like 4 hours later.
Yeah.
Like I just shut down from too much trauma. Yeah. Just
Yeah.
kind of zonked out. Yep.
Yeah.
I don't hear my phone. I don't notice my cat. Like nothing. It's like 4 hours later and I'm like,
What happened?
okay,
Yeah.
I guess I had to just shut down and recharge or something. I'm glad you threw him out.
Well, I'm
That's great.
you. Of course, we give you a warm welcome because it's good to have you here.
Yeah.
Right?
Trauma
Yeah.
response.
Trauma
Yeah.
response.
Yeah. You did real well in the service.
That makes sense though, because you don't
In the Air
you
Force
don't
because
have to think or talk
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah.
Everything is
Just follow orders. Remember your training and follow the orders.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that
Yeah, that makes sense, Henny.
I don't think anybody gets out of this unfazed, this life thing, you know.
Right?
And personally, my personal belief is that the people that are you really have to watch out for are the people that are like, oh, I don't have any issues. I I had a great childhood and I'm perfectly well mental health wise. And I'm like, let's just I don't
Well,
think we can
and maybe that is true for them. And yay. I'm so
yeah,
happy that
I don't begrudge anyone being a normie.
yeah.
But
The ones that I keep an eye out for are the hearing the stories and being told that no, I have no mental health issues.
yes, that's I'm sorry.
Those
yes,
are the
that
ones
does-
that I'm like,
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
let's avoid with like a as like they're the plague.
right.
Like I want to help them, but they're not going to realize that they need help. But that's
No.
the I want to help portion of me.
Yeah.
It's that's the helper in you for sure. And sometimes there are just people that we can't help, and us trying is just going to hurt us, not help them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a hard lesson to learn 1,600 times.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ouch.
That's just an estimate. I don't know. That's just an estimate.
Yeah. He's back to not talking. I speak often with my sister-in-law and find out how the kids are and how my brother is, Henny. I'm so sorry. Lordy, that's painful.
Hmm.
You know, I didn't want to lose my brother. you know, even though it was his choice. You know, that was one of the hardest things to grapple with, is to completely cut my family out of my life. But there was nothing else to be done. What he did was
Yeah.
so egregious, right there in front of mom, 91 years old, helpless in a recliner, kicked back, being completely walker dependent with a heart condition. Just
Oh.
no.
No.
There was no coming
Even
back.
taking away those aspects, it's inappropriate. It's not okay.
Yeah.
That
But
just
I mean, there
heightens
was,
how
yeah,
difficult it was.
there was, you know, I mean, and I was the one that struggled with, you know, cutting family off.
Yeah.
But, you know, then I realized family does not do that to family.
Mm-hmm.
True family does not harm. Not like that, you know, not like that. Because there was he meant every punch. I saw the hatred and the murder in his eyes. He, you know, and mom did too. And she said he wanted to kill you,
Wow.
you know?
Wow.
Yeah. So yeah,
That's
there's no
scary.
coming back. There's no coming back from that.
No.
There's no being family
No,
after
absolutely
that.
not.
There's no being family after that.
He doesn't deserve it.
Well, it's just not possible.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it's not possible. The trust is completely shattered into fine dust, not just pieces, fine dust.
Mm-hmm.
There's
There is no
no,
way to put that.
no, uh-uh.
Mm-mm.
I haven't spoken to my brother in years. I texted him for his birthday and holidays to let him know I love him occasionally. He'll text back. Yeah. Oh, he loves you, Henny, in his
Mm-hmm.
own way. In his own way, the best way he knows how to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everyone deals with trauma in their own way.
Mm-hmm.
I'm older and wish I could have saved him. Yeah.
Oh.
You know, you had to save yourself to be able to save him or anybody else, Henny. Yeah. Sometimes mental health issues can just pop up at 25 years or so. That happened to me. It does happen.
It
Mm-hmm.
does. Yeah.
Yes, Monique, when Henny says when things are going okay, sometimes a wave will hit you. That's why we have to have each other here for help and support and love. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's good to have a therapist too,
Oh yeah.
but it's really good to just have a friend
Mm-hmm.
that cares and wants to hear you.
Yeah.
Someone who
That's
actively
really good to
listens.
have.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, we like to have friends who actively listen and not just sit around and wait to talk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That is good.
Thanks. I didn't make it up, but you know, I'm a quote collector.
I like it.
Sorry, I just slammed my foot
That's
on
all
the
right.
floor.
Oh, ouch. You know what, Ben? And unfortunately, since my sister-in-law didn't report him and I didn't know to report him as a kid, you know,
You
I
wouldn't
didn't
have
know that
known.
was an option.
Yeah.
You know, I was just too busy trying to survive and, you know, get out of there. That's all I wanted was just to get out of there. And so nobody ever reported him. And, you know, in the Springdale police, the backwards ass place that it is, all they did is just barely a slap on the wrist.
Of course.
Yeah.
course.
You know,
because he had no prior offenses. And as if that wasn't bad enough, endangering an elderly person,
Your own mother.
you know,
Yeah.
like that.
and nobody
Yeah.
thought
Anyway.
to report him for elder abuse. That's just in time. I mean, like his
Right.
ex or whatever. Like she didn't,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know why we didn't go in that avenue. I forget why now. I did get a protection order,
Good.
a 10-year.
Oh, good. Good. Okay.
Yeah, I had a great legal aid lawyer that got him to sign off on 10 years, taking it before a judge, which they warned me ahead of time. The maximum that you could get was 3 years
Yeah.
on a protection order. And
Okay.
when and how the legal aid attorney got him to sign it was, my brother had the whole narrative going on in his head that, he was speaking it out. He was doing his little melodrama. She should have known better than to scream at a grieving man, because his wife's grandbaby had been killed by the mother's boyfriend. And it was terrible.
Wow.
It was terrible. And we knew emotions were running high.
Mm-hmm.
But, where he thought, punching me was a way to deal with that, that's on him. And I didn't start screaming at him until he had me backed into a corner, and he's right here screaming at me. And and of course fight or flight kicks in. And of
Sure.
course I'm going to scream at him. Duh.
Yeah.
And what my brilliant lawyer said, yelling is not a crime.
No.
Punching someone in the face is a crime. Sign this. And he did.
I like that line. I like that line.
That's fantastic.
Nobody had dared. I mean, and the guy wasn't a tall guy. My brother was a tall guy.
Yeah.
But,
oh my goodness.
Nobody dared say stuff like that to my, by God,
No,
impressed
he
with
had
himself
people either afraid or just wanting to shut up at all times.
at all times.
Right?
Yeah.
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 He learned how to train people to shut up. That's all.
Yeah. That's
Right?
right. He did.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome back.
How you doing?
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Perfectly.
Okay. Y'all, I deserve an Oscar for that performance. You would have been correct.
I'm ready.
I was like, okay, here's the deal. I called Western Union again. Here's the thing. It's not my end. So you either need to go to another store, or if you want me to change the state, it has to be refunded into the bank account. So that's going to take 3 to 5 days. And then you are going to have to wait for me to have time to go do it again. Now, really what I mean by have time is for me to get motivated enough to like you enough to get up off of my butt and drive myself to the Western Union. That's what I meant. I'm not going to lie. And so anyway, I was like, I do not understand what's wrong, because I want you, this is literally what I told her, just like this. I said, I don't understand what's wrong because I want you to get your money, because I don't want to deal with you over it. I understand you need the money. I understand it's yours, but I don't want to have a phone call with you to fix it. So for next month, if you want me to send it to this other state, you need to tell me, because otherwise I am meticulous and I make sure that it's all correct. So do you want to wait until the beginning part of April to get your money, or do you want to get in your car and drive to another store? She's going to another store.
Good.
Yeah, she is.
Mm-hmm.
Which is,
Oh
guys,
my goodness.
Peopling. That's what we mean when we say peopling.
That's right.
Yes. Yes.
This is peopling. This is like, oh, you guys.
It's a whole new level.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Oh, I just looked over and seen what A. Kenneth put up on the.
Was married to my asshole and
Oh.
an abuser. I had no idea what to do. All the evidence was on his computer. This was early days of the internet, no rules. I ended up paying him
Dang.
what
Oh.
to get out of the marriage. You know what? I did that with my first marriage too. Basically,
Mm.
he got the house, everything in it, and I took half the credit card debt. That's how bad I wanted out of the thing.
Wow.
When I left, I now I did kind of get a good deal. I did not get any alimony or child support, but he did take all of the credit card debt. He took all of the debt that we had, and I signed a quitclaim deed for the house. So when I left, I left. But I understand. Sometimes, you know
Yeah.
what? It's worth it. Like it is worth it. And I had
Yeah.
a lot of people, my dad especially, who was like, you could have really been well off if you would have thought this through. And I was like, you know what? It wasn't worth it to me to have him hang that over my head for the rest of my life, that everything that I got was because he gave it to me. So it was worth it to me to struggle and be broke and put myself through college than to have him say one thing that I had was because of him. And that's an icky place to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
When you want to go.
On the other hand, there's always the options like, yeah.
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 Yes,
Eat
yes,
that
Penny,
for
there
lunch.
is.
Well,
and that's what, so real quick, yes, Penny, there was. It's not anything I did. It's just her being her. It's just her being her.
It's her level of knowledge.
Yes. How is it Tommy said? She's not a deep thinker. But the thing is, you know what, truthfully, it's what drove me, because I was like, I want you to see who I am. Like, you broke me, but you didn't break me forever. You know what? I'm capable of going on and doing better. And sometimes I think that's the sweetest. I don't like the word revenge, but because I didn't do it to get back at him. I didn't do it to prove a point. I did it for me and I did it for my kids. But sometimes I think the best thing you can do in life is go on and do better than they ever told you could do, they ever thought you could do, and then you ever thought you could do. And it drove me. That was my fire. Like, that was the fire under my hind end. And even when I work out, when I used to work out, he told me my favorite band is Shinedown, one of my favorite bands. And they've got a song called, it's Diamond Eyes, but it's like boom lay boom. So it goes boom lay boom lay boom. It's like a really good song. You guys should YouTube it. But he told me that song reminded him of me. And one of the lyrics in it is, I've got my hands in my pocket when I should have been gone, meaning he stuck around when he should have left. You guys, I used that song when I worked out as like when I was right in the middle of my workout, I would play that song. And every time my foot hit the treadmill or the ground and I was running, it was like, F you, F you, F you for the whole song. Like, it drove me so much. And when I ran my first 5K, I listened to that song on repeat, and I finished my 5K in, I think it was like 25 minutes, which that was my first time I had ever ran in like 20 years, right? So,
Wow.
but I am that person. I am going to take that thing that you tell me and I'm going to smear it all over my aura. And that is going to be the fire that drives me. Because if you say I can't, watch me. You have no idea what I'm capable of. Watch me.
What's the song name again? I want to write that down.
It's called Diamond Eyes by
Diamond
Shinedown.
Eyes. Okay.
And the other, in parentheses, it says Boom Lay Boom. So BOOM -LAY BOOM. And
I'll look
it's a
it up
really
like
good
that.
song.
Okay.
Like
Oh, yeah.
Hold on.
I mean, it hit hard. She got it. Hallelujah, amen, prayer fingers. How hard was that? Drive your happy little butt somewhere else. Don't call me.
Uh-oh.
Oh
Ben,
no, what?
food poisoning. Oh no. Glad this
Oh.
helped you though.
Oh,
Ah, that
The worst.
sucks. Oh, I'm
Yes.
sorry.
And then you never want to go back to the place where you got the food poisoning from,
Yeah.
right?
right.
Especially if you
Yep.
got it from your
Mm-mm.
favorite place. Like it's ruined forever. You're just like,
Mhm.
no
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
Oh,
There was a chain restaurant here in town that had a hepatitis outbreak. Like it's been over 10 years. To this day, I cannot go to that chain anywhere. Can't do it.
No.
Cannot do it.
Yeah.
Will not do it. Yeah. And it's too bad too, because I really liked that restaurant back in the day. I'm not going to say the name
Yeah.
because it's not really fair because, not every
Yeah.
Been so long
But
ago.
restaurant in a
again,
chain is gonna,
you-
yeah.
I can understand why you couldn't, because you know where hepatitis around food comes from and what it comes from,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, like,
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Guys, I have
Maybe
no
one day.
patience with stupid-
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben. No more challenges until you're all better.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
But Ben.
Yeah. Typhoid Mary. Yeah, we don't want any typhoid Marys around here.
No. No.
That's not good at all. That's not good. But hey, glad they helped you through it. I haven't been here. I've just popped down and been a drama queen today.
You are not being a
That's
drama
alright.
queen. You're venting
Not
with
at all.
your friends. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't call that drama. I would call that staying cool when someone's trying to create drama.
Oh, you guys, my
Choosing not to
face is so hot.
participate. Choosing not to participate in the drama while handling the business at hand. Good on ya.
Well, and here's the thing. I get super firm. Like my mom voice kicks in, and here's the thing. My mom voice doesn't really kick in with like kids, really, or even the fur babies to a point, but adults kind of shows up.
Yeah.
And I don't know why.
Yeah.
I don't know. You're you better act like somebody to the pets it's pretty convincing. I want you to know
I said that to Petey earlier today.
Yep. I said it to Thomas. I'm like, Thomas, you better act like somebody.
Jack, or when I get like super irritated, here's the other thing I do. I go, "Niet," because that's Russian for no.
Yep.
And it gets their attention. They're like, what was that? And Michael's like, oh, we're busting out the Russian, are we? And I'm like, the one word I know, yes,
Yes.
we are. The one word.
Ben, I just have to say that we love when you're silly.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that you were being more silly than normal. I considered that you were being your normal silly self.
If it looks like I'm going to work and kissing someone, go kiss him anyway. No, don't do that. That's like sexual harassment.
I like what
Get you
A.
in
Kenneth
trouble.
said. I like what A. Kenneth said. I think you should do that. Is there an elevator? If you can get in an elevator full of people you're not fans of, then you could just let one out.
No.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I can be really gross sometimes. Hey, Michelle.
Hey.
Very cool.
I guess I really stuck to that. I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid.
Good to see you.
When we were kids.
This is Michael.
I
So
still
I'm gonna hop off for the
say that.
evening. I wanted I wanted to remind you real quickly, tomorrow at 1 p.m., Tommy and I are talking true crime on my channel. So I will see you there.
Very excited, Christy. I will definitely try to make it if I can. I love you.
Awesome. Love you all.
Yeah.
Bye. And hi, Michael.
And I like
And
Bye.
I'm actually going to have to jet here in a couple of minutes. I'm going to stay on until I
Hey.
have to go. But if I just pop away, it's because I have
Okay.
my last exercise of the de-victimization therapy. So that means that I've made it
Okay.
through
Okay.
10 weeks. Yeah, I've made it through 10 weeks, and then next week is kind of like a review.
Wow.
way to go,
Has it been-
sister.
Thank you.
Wow, that's
Way to
amazing. And
go.
it
And
has
I'm
been
gonna
10
go
weeks.
ahead.
Wow.
Yeah, that's just like that.
Yeah, it's flown by, and some of the homework has really been it was re-traumatizing at first, but once I got into it a little bit more, it was like, oh, but I understand why you re-traumatized me now,
Yeah.
because I needed to work through that. I wasn't working through it. So
Okay.
Well, it's very
Yeah.
painful to work
You know.
through it. Very.
Yep.
But you know what? You know what, little sis? You're a warrior. You're not just a
Yeah.
survivor. You are a warrior.
Yeah, you are. Yeah.
thank you.
So you hold that
Yes.
head up high. I'm going to say goodbye and tell you all that I love you.
Love you
I
too.
am still kind of feeling a little under the weather. I need to get away from my desk for a
Okay.
bit. But
Of course.
thank you, everybody,
And
for
we'll be sure to keep your mom.
Yeah.
We'll
Yeah,
be sure to put out some ones for
let
your
you all
mom
know. Yep, I'll let you all know
and for
tomorrow.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, please do. I said we'll put
Just,
out some ones for, but
know,
also for you. Yeah.
oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I will keep
Yeah.
everybody updated.
For real.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love you all.
Please do.
I
Okay.
will.
Love you too.
Bye.
There's starting to be a
Bye.
lag here, and it's probably in my computer. There's starting to lag, like in putting up comments and in the thing. So I am going to call it a meeting, y'all.
Perfect. I'm gonna jump
Yeah.
off so that you
There's
can finish it
freezing,
off.
there's lagging, all this.
Okay. But I love you,
Okay.
and I'll talk to you later.
James, love you too. Bye. Yeah. Anyway, sorry about this, you guys, but it's freezing. It's doing all the stuff that I don't know if it's even if you can eat 111 for sour face girl. Yeah, for real. All right, you guys, love you. Hope to see you again next meeting. And until then, peace, y'all. No, that's not what we're doing. Bye-bye.